show is not suitable for children, sensitive men, or insecure women. Can you trust somebody that doesn't take care of their kids?
I don't trust no man on earth that does not take care of their children.
What's the biggest red flag in a relationship?
Low effort and not being honest.
Most of the time, you would think that a bad financial mistake would be spending money on clothes or vacation or like spending money on women. My worst financial mistake was buying a home.
Like a king, give me my crown.
Game time. Game time. Appreciate y'all.
All right, guys.
Yes.
We back.
Happy Wednesday.
We back in the flesh, man. Blackout. Shout out to everybody that watched last week's episode of Blackout.
It went crazy, yo. You got the leather jacket now, boy. Big Negan, Rashad Negan. Ooh.
Yeah,
the people want the energy again.
Yeah, man. That was that Jadakiss Adderall at the Garden.
For real.
Adderall Jadakiss.
For real.
Speaking of Jadakiss, we got Jae'Won coming in a little bit.
Shout out to the bro. I'll rock with him. Shout
out to the leader of the new school. He's really doing his thing as far as on the media side. He can rap too.
Yeah, he can rap.
So that's gonna be dope. But today we're gonna talk about a variety of different topics. I'm not gonna go crazy like last week.
Come on, bro, Rashad.
Gotta reserve. Gotta save those. You know.
You gotta keep the clips in store, right?
Gotta keep the clips in store. Just know.
Yeah,
just know. There. It's there. Tomorrow we got a really dope YouTube live that we're gonna do at Earn Your Leisure with our partners from Ghana and Shaka Bars, and we're gonna go over real estate in Ghana. We're gonna talk about houses that we're actually developing. We're gonna talk about investing in Africa. So if you're interested in the African landscape as far as business is concerned, specifically Ghana, specifically Accra, the project that we put on social media, we've been putting this out for a couple of weeks now. So we're gonna go over all the information. A lot of you guys have questions about, all the details. So we're gonna go over all the information in detail tomorrow at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time on YouTube live. So make sure you check that out. That's gonna be a very dope episode, cover a variety of different topics. But it's that time, man. If you want to get away, might need an exit plan.
You might need an exit plan. Ooh.
Might need an exit plan. You never know. And yeah, you deserve to be richbook.com. Go there to get the book if you haven't pre-ordered it yet. Appreciate everybody that pre-ordered it. Ian, any announcements for you?
Yes, if you want to get rich from the market and know ahead of time that Tesla is going to take off and go to the moon, call Tesla 212. I know y'all trying to reinvent the remix. Hey, I'm going to say this too. If you're in the financial space and don't like me, then you need to improve your net worth. I should not be the goal. Just being real. Go to ininvest.com. Prices will be out this Friday. I think it's 96 prices for this month, including the ones that I didn't talk about publicly that are going to do well on the Trump. If I made you money, please put yes in chat. Shout out to the 3 new millionaires in Red Panda that were created. And let's have an amazing show. But I'm not the goal. For me, Buffett is the goal. I came into the game more than 100 grand strong. Now to be exact, from grinding ZB packs. What? I was good 2016. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I mean? A lot of sneak dissing this week.
Was it?
Snuck right into the Forbes 4 years ago. Y'all been to Forbes too, right? A couple times.
I ain't see the sneak dissing.
It's okay. It's okay. I love you, even if you don't love me.
That's it.
Tell y'all the same thing I tell my exes. I love me, even if you don't love me. But bye.
They like the drunk uncle in your family.
Facts.
Shout out to Market Mondays, 100,000 in a day. Shout out to Blackout, 200,000 in an episode.
Crazy.
The fall off. Hashtag. Y'all did it to yourselves, man.
Breaking my heart. Can't fuck with me.
To yourselves, man. You should just stay quiet.
And been cool. But what do I know? I'm here to be a lover.
Stay quiet.
Yep.
Stay quiet. Okay, we got a lot to talk about, but first,
why do I want Bernice to get no money? But go ahead. We'll talk about that later. Y'all pocket watch it too hard. Go ahead.
Trump is he's dropping. I guess he's doing like the mixtape where he's dropping singles. Like
smart.
I guess he put out the video, and then he's dropping pieces of that video on social to kind of let the world know what his agenda is going to be. So
Democrats, take notes. People don't read no more. You should drop a video a day. Tell them what the plan is.
That's a fact. A video a day. The mixtape era. So let's do this. Where is he dropping these videos? Because it's not on his Instagram. Is it
probably through social if he's smart?
Then it just permeates throughout the internet.
Oh, Ack, you glazing tough. I know you sat down with Don Jr., but
Ack going crazy.
You are going crazy, my guy.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's play each one. Let's play 4 videos, and then we'll actually give our critique on how we feel about these policies. So the first one is about the trans crackdown that he plans as far as for elementary school and young school. So let's play what he had to say about that.
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day 1, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth.
Okay, so he pretty much said that, which this is a Republican talking point that they've been running on for months, as far as schools are turning kids into trans and making decisions, letting children make decisions, and he's going to stop all of that. That's not the American way.
Yeah. I think there should be an age requirement before a child is able to make a decision like that. But 50 Cent said politics, religion. He probably left this group out. This should have been included. Other than that, no other comment.
But I would say this. I mean, it's one of these things. It's like Mike Novogratz said. You can live whatever life you want. This is America. But that was an easy thing for them to target. And it's a smart thing for them to target.
On both sides, actually.
From a political strategy standpoint, the Republican, you have a group of people that make up less than 1% of the population, right? And probably 70 to 80% of America would align to say that they're not morally in agreement with that. I'm not saying whether that's right or wrong, right? So it's easy to kind of have that as because that's not something that you're really going to lose that battle. Like, you're not going to lose a battle by saying we want to stop trans athletes in high school. Is that really a major issue? I don't know. I haven't seen it in my high school where I'm at, but it's an easy thing to run on, right?
Absolutely.
It's an easy thing to say, we're not going to let your boys go to middle school and come home to be a girl. Is anybody really going to be against that? Like, the vast majority of people,
regardless of political affiliation, are going to agree.
Yeah, so that's something that, like I said, the Republicans, they did a lot of smart things. They picked easy, emotionally triggering topics that they can rally behind, and that they knew that the Democrats couldn't really fight, because that is a part of the Democratic coalition that they've built, and that's part of their agenda. Yeah, not necessarily to turn, but they've championed trans rights, right? So even though, like I said, that's not something that's not a group that's really going to help them in the voting block, because they make up such a small percentage of the population. So that the Republicans saw that from a strategic standpoint and said, this is an easy target. Like, you know what I mean? Like, most of these people, we're going to target people that go to church every single Sunday. We're going to target people that they don't agree with this lifestyle anyway.
Traditionalists, yep.
So that's the first thing that he says. That's the first thing that he spoke about was, we're going to stop the trans situation that's happening in school. Like I said, I don't know to what degree this is actually happening, but I have not seen any person on social media disagree with him on this one.
Yeah. You think Eddie Winslow voted for Trump?
Why you say Eddie Winslow? What happened with him? He got caught up
Yeah, he paid for the reduction.
for who?
Sydney Star.
Who?
Sydney Star.
Who Sydney Star?
Rashad. Next topic.
Sydney Star? Wasn't Eddie Winslow? Wasn't he with the
Korea.
Corinne Stephens?
Yeah. She turned him out. Turned his life upside down. Shout out to Eddie. Jaleel got a book out, Growing Up Urkel. Y'all can check that out.
Shout out to Jaleel. That's my guy. All right.
Yeah,
so
I rock with
so,
Jaleel, but
so all right. So we're pretty much everybody's in agreement with him on this one, right? Let's say 1-0 Trump. 1-0
Yes.
Trump for this one.
yeah.
The next one is he announced the concealed weapons nationwide. He wants to allow people to carry concealed weapons nationwide. Let's play this clip.
Seventh, I will protect the right of self-defense everywhere it is under siege, and I will sign concealed carry reciprocity. Your Second Amendment does not end at the state line. In addition,
Interesting. So you know that the Second Amendment allows you to bear arms, right?
Yeah.
This has always been a big thing in America, but the states mandate their own individual laws. So that's why when you go to a state like New York, strict gun laws. You go to a state like Texas, you can do whatever you want. You can have a damn automatic rifle on your chest.
With the federal license, you can have a fully automated rifle.
But it's open carry. It's very lenient, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
This is interesting to say the least. There are a couple issues I think that should be federally mandated. Education should be one. This licensing issue, I don't love it per se. But I think there's going to be a good majority of people who are going to be in support of it. And I will say in the cities that don't have looser gun laws, it seems to be more violence. Like if you go to Chicago, Chicago's a beautiful city outside of the drama that you hear about O'Block and, Wild Hunters and all that. But in the areas where civilians are able to carry, there is less crime. And especially if there's a bunch of people that have migrated here legally or illegally and are terrorizing neighborhoods in Aurora, Denver, Chicago, I think there is a case to be made for the need to be able to open carry. Will there be an uptick in violence? Probably, but me being in Houston, I'll tell you very few incidents happen because people know that you can lose your life in an instance. If you do some fuck shit, I'm gonna be real with you. Like the women carry a lot. Doctors, nurses, people you wouldn't think that would carry. Like, so that has brought down some of the violence. I don't think nationally, I don't know if it'd be the best thing, but I can definitely see a case for it as there's been so much civil unrest and we're on the verge of a civil war potentially. I can see the case for it. What do you think? And for all y'all going to the East Coast flying in New Jersey, drop the little bags. Tunnel don't get caught. You'll be all right. We're going.
I think that it's interesting when they pick and choose. They pick and choose when they want to use states' rights or not. Because
I agree.
The abortion issue, his number one thing was leave it up to the states. It's not up to the federal government. Less government. We don't want big government. We don't want to mandate things, right? That was his thing. Yep. When it comes to abortion. When it comes to education, we're gonna talk about that later. Well, now the federal government, he wants to mandate what's going on. And now with carrying guns, he wants to oversee state lines, state laws, because he wants to federally mandate concealed weapons. So you got to be consistent, which no politician in the history of America has been consistent. But it's just interesting how people just literally pick and choose what they want.
Well, as a MAGA magnet, a leader that he is, if I allow my people to carry guns in all of these red areas that I took over to combat us, we limit the amount of abortions that race can have to get the numbers back up. And then we control the education to tell you that slavery isn't there. Isn't that him being consistent towards racism?
Well, it's consistent towards that for sure. But I'm just saying it's not consistent towards his policy of less government, no big government, let states decide.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of guns. Never have been. I don't think.
Why?
Well, I think that America is the most dangerous country in the world as far as for civilized quote unquote advanced country, it has the most murders out of any other country in the world for advanced countries. Why?
That's part of the business model, if we're gonna be real.
But it has more mass shootings than any advanced country in the world. You go to London, it's like 30 murders like in London.
No, I'd be a lot of beatings and stabbings in London. No, well, the other part of London.
Yeah, but it's harder to kill somebody if you stab them, right? I'm just being honest. They don't have guns like that. They have guns like illegally smuggled in, but nowhere near the guns. Europe, Asia, all throughout Asia, Japan, China, that's not a problem. The UAE, this is not a problem. This is not a problem. Like, it's hard for Americans to understand that because we're so used to America.
Yeah,
we don't know a world without gun violence. We can't even comprehend somebody not getting shot. Like, that doesn't even make sense to us. But you go to these other countries, it's like, there's no guns. There's no guns in Norway. There's no guns in Switzerland. There's no guns. Like, these people don't have guns. And guess what? As a result of them not having guns, they're not murdering people like that. The murder rate is, look at America's murder rate compared to all these other, like I said, quote unquote, advanced society. We up there with countries that's supposed to be third world countries as far as our murder rate per capita.
By design.
Extremely inefficient manner. So I don't believe that more guns is beneficial. I just don't understand it. I don't see what.
If the criminals have guns, the civilians should not, though.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody should have guns, and that's what I'm saying.
Impossible. They're like guns were the first real tech in America. If we're gonna be honest,
it's impossible now. But I'm just saying, most parts of the world, that's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Most parts of the world,
if they could have, there's 1 billion people in China, right? How are they able to control this? Now I understand the government is different, stuff like that, but I'm just saying
they got arms.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a much lower level. Like, it's not the same. So America has a gun problem. America has a violence problem.
Yeah, we
can agree to that, right? And
I'm not disagreeing with any point. I'm just saying it's a part of the fabric of America and the business model. Like, if you come in and take a land in the country, I'm being serious. Racism was the first product in America that worked for GDP. The second one was a tech behind guns and arms. There's some gun companies that have been around since the 1600s that were like part of the founding infrastructure of the country. So that's like taking away social media tech now. This is going to be tough.
And I tell you what.
And the lobbying power, the NRA.
The theory of have everybody have a gun, because if everybody has a gun, then nobody is a threat, because 70% of the country is white. So you're gonna be out when it hits, when the shit hits the fan. The militias, there's never been a black militia. There's been several white militias.
Yeah.
Waco, Texas, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So it may sound like I'm fantasizing, but when the shit hits the fan and you really you're gonna be outnumbered if it comes down to that.
Yeah.
If it really comes down to that, right? So and people are just bozos. I don't want like you go to a lot of different parts of America and everybody got a gun. Everybody don't need to have a gun. Like, you're a post worker. Why you got a gun? Like, you driving UPS truck?
Because of the people who moving around robbing.
But why? I'm just saying every single person don't need to have a gun. There's a lot of mentally ill people. There's a lot of just straight bozos. There's a lot of scared people
There's a lot of scary people who. Yeah,
that's how. Rest in peace. But to be honest with you, that's how King Vaughn got killed. King Vaughn got killed because he was beating up somebody, and instead of fighting him, they shot him. Point blank range.
Oh my God! I want to stay out of Midwest business because rest in peace, Doug. Rest in peace, fine. But from the Midwest, the rule is keep your hands to yourself unless you want to go up.
No,
that's always. So he knew. I don't even know nobody over 25 who wanted to fight no more.
That's what I'm saying. That's a problem. Like, it used to be a time, you fight, you win, you lose. It's not that serious. That fight should have never escalated to somebody getting shot. It wasn't that serious. He's fighting. He's fighting with his hands. It was no need. Like, that was just the crazy thing. I watched the video, and he's fighting. He's beating the dude up, and then all of a sudden, the other dude just comes and just shoots him.
Street rules, man. Rules change. You got to adjust. That's why I tell people, keep your hands to yourself. You may be the baddest motherfucker since Tyson in '92. Caltech got something different to say. You got to, and I'm gonna be real. Had the situation be reversed, if somebody had hit Dirk and Von blazed him, he would be a hero. You gotta have it both ways. I don't think it's right, but you gotta know what landscape you're in.
All right, so we 1-on-1 on this one. You agree with him on this one?
Yeah.
I disagree. Put it in chat. If y'all agree with him on this one or y'all disagree with him on this one, let us know. The next one we got is the death penalty for drug dealers. Let's play this clip.
Security dismantle every gang, street crew, and drug network in America. Every single one of them will be dismantled. We already know where these turf wars and drug dens are. We know who the people are. And we're going to charge them and charge the culprits with every crime that we can find. We're going to be fair, but we're going to be tough. We also need the death penalty for drug dealers. So important. The consequences are swift, certain, and strong, and they will know that.
Okay, now this is getting us down the slippery slope. Death penalty for drug. You know, this is crazy because I told the story before, but when I went to Singapore, there's no drugs in Singapore, and they let you know on the plane. They give you the pamphlet that you read, and it says drug smuggling of any kind is punishable by death.
Yes.
So now he's talking about he want to implement the drug. We talking about non-violent criminals getting home early because they got too much time. He's talking about executing non-violent criminals, which is a drug dealer.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this?
I think this is egregious. I find the irony for when I saw Silver Peak in Colorado when I lived there charged $1,200 an ounce for regular weed when it first got legalized, and then all the brothers that are still locked up. Like, if you can't see this as a direct way to eliminate more of us, you're sadly mistaken. I know some are going to say you're trying to get rid of the fentanyl dealers. If so, then you got to go to China and Mexico. But I think a lot of people that are impoverished are going to get punished and going to get killed under this act. I'm definitely not for. I'm not pro everybody trying to be the new BMF. Shout to dude, shout to, but it's going to be a lot of people who had a half a pound of weed that ends up getting executed. A quarter pound, 2 birds getting killed. It's insane.
It's going to disproportionately affect black people. You know that.
Absolutely.
And a lot of street dudes was for Donald Trump.
Sad but true.
So this
all y'all's like, I'm gonna get 1,200. You're going to get 12,000 years for 2 pounds a week. It's over with, yo.
He specifically said, I'm targeting street crews. He said crews. That's crazy. Street gangs, drug dealers, you'll be executed. You know, for me, you know, I have family members that served a crazy amount of time for drugs. So I understand that how you get railroaded in the system. So I'm definitely not for killing drug dealers, but it's crazy because I gotta be honest, there's no drugs in Singapore. There's no drugs in Singapore. There's no drugs in Singapore.
There's always the black market, yo. There's a market that people see.
There's a market. Now, that's a fact, but I'm just saying on the surface, right?
Oh, yeah, on the surface, on the mainstream. Yep.
Very clean.
The same in Mexico. They'd be like, yo, you come here trying to sell? Police are going to kill you.
Saudi Arabia.
Yep.
But I'm saying
right off. Over with.
These countries where this is already kind of the law, it kind of works, to be honest with you.
But once again, there's a big business in locking us up, or even hypothetically, if you're going to, let's say 3,000 people get added to have death sentences, you don't think at some point the organs will be harvested in that process?
Oh yeah, they're going to do all kinds of shit. And look, like I said, I'm not for the process.
Yeah.
It's inhumane, but I'm just saying, just taking my emotional investment, because I'm emotionally invested because I know people that actually serve time. And I'm just saying, just from a pure logical standpoint, if you know that if you're selling drugs and if you get caught, you're going to die, you're going to think twice about selling drugs.
What about the Sackler family that caused a fucking opioid crisis? Should they be put to death or no?
Well, this is a country called America. So
stop the bullshit, yo. What?
You already know. You already know that you know how that. Come on, man.
Yeah. Okay. You want to put the drug dealers to death, but you won't go to war with the motherfuckers in China who ship the shit to Mexico, and then you want to declare war on the cartels? Boy, I don't know if you want that Jalisco New Generation smoke. I'm sorry. Elusive. And if we're going to be real, a bunch of those organizations there and the one underneath us have infiltrated our country already.
All right. So
You gotta go to the top, yo.
So
what about the ones that legally sell drugs? Will they be put out of business, or are you going to take that tax revenue?
Yeah.
So, because some people in illegal that's snitching, but some. You know.
he also announced that he's going to pardon the January 6th rioters.
For all of you who said he had nothing to do with that, shut the fuck up.
No, that's stupid. That's just stupid. All
Project
right,
2025, shut the fuck up. Like what?
So we in agreement.
Go ahead.
We're in agreement with the trans. We're split.
Wait, that's that. Whoa.
No, I'm saying we're in agreement with the trans as far as his policies. We're split decision on the concealed weapon.
Yeah, I'm pro gun, pro fire.
You're pro. I'm against. Death penalty for drug dealers.
I'm anti.
We're against the death penalty for drug dealers.
That.
But I do have an asterisk that it is probably going to be effective.
Are you going to put people from Moderna in jail?
Are they going to put people in Moderna for jail? Because I'm not a federal prosecutor, but
hey.
All right. So the last one, let's do this. The last one is the crackdown on colleges. This is a very concerning situation, but let's show this video.
Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all. We are going to have real education in America. Thank you.
All right. So in this video, he talks about how he's going to go after colleges. He's spoken a very vague term, but pretty much what they've already been doing as far as DEI, cutting down DEI programs, cutting down affirmative action. The crazy thing, he was like, people that have been suffered from this, they're going to be able to sue. Pretty much what that means is you're going to give reparations to white people, pretty much. So if you were not able to get in Yale because you feel that somebody got affirmative action and they got on, they're going to be able to sue.
Hit that endowment fund.
That's facts. And so what you think about that?
I told y'all on Math Hoffa, y'all criticize the shit out of me. Cool. Like there's no equality for us that is going to be given. And this is the part that people don't want to say. There are a lot of closeted Democrats who were paid or shifted sides once they knew he was going to win about a month ago. And a lot of states that agree with him on these issues that are being very quiet and closeted about it. I think it's horrible, but could it potentially happen? Like they are fighting tooth and nail. Y'all want the blackout moment? They're fighting tooth and nail to take their fucking country back. I told you, like when Satya, who is Indian, of Microsoft, disavowed DEI, and he was one of the first to congratulate Trump on Twitter when he won. It's over with, bro. It's over with. So for them to get white reparations off the DEI, oh boy, they are playing at a different level. I don't agree with it. And I think a lot of college for the last maybe 10, 15 years has been bullshit. That needs to be reformed, even in just the majors that are offered to fit the landscape of the business climate that we're in now. So I don't agree with it, but will this get pushed? Well, another thing, I think if they also federally control education, which some parts I think should. I think there should be one curriculum for the entire nation. But if you do that, oh boy, there was never any slavery or Jim Crow.
If they do the one curriculum, they're not going to teach none of that shit.
It's over with.
That's why I said before.
Dr. Martin Luther King gonna be white for 3 generations if they get a federal education reform.
The fascination with trying to, it's just amazing to me because, like I said, I mean, if you look at any statistic possible, as far as it, look, I'm not gonna be a dead horse. If you this is what you wanted. So
you aim for it, and Trump will do
Yeah.
better. And I want to be clear, because y'all, before y'all start that Democratic shit, I talk to his camp more frequently than I probably do hers. So I'm not like emotionally vested, right? It's not because my candidate I didn't have a candidate. I didn't put any money behind either candidate. But I will say, if you're black, especially if you're in the streets and you ask for this, when you get 7,000 years for them 3 little perks you get, I don't want to hear me. I ain't putting shit on your JPay. You asked for this. I'm sorry. Hey, look out for me, King. I believe in the 2 tech. When I have my 2 Dracos, no, bro. Hold it down. Go to the mess hall, motherfucker. Call your jefe. So
you're on your own. You're on your own.
Tough, yo. And this is the crazy part. The Democrats since C1 won't fucking fight back. Y'all won't say nothing. I haven't heard, well, I can't say her name, but I haven't heard Queen Kamala say anything. I haven't heard Barack say anything. Biden. Even with that, why didn't Kamala state the things that she didn't agree with? Well, we know why, but the things she didn't agree with when Biden was president, it would have gave her a fighting shot. It would have gave her a fight. And I got a theory that some of them Democrats was sending him intel on what to do to cause her to fucking lose. I've never seen a campaign adjust so flawlessly in the last 2 months and hit every net. Motherfucker hit 12 home runs in 12 attempts. How? Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, man.
Hey, okay. Sometimes to orchestrate a coup flawlessly, you need people on the inside to give you the intel of what to do.
Yeah, that's a fact. All right. Well, we went over 4 of his policies. We're going to be very...
And he's going to go after the cartels. What? You better leave soon.
We're going to be very fair in this situation.
Yes.
And like I said, I'm not going to disagree with everything that he proposes, but some of the stuff is you're just going too far.
Should you go after or go to war with someone you made money with for how many years?
Should you go after somebody that you made money with? Is this tied to something, or just like
cartel related?
Allegedly.
Stay out the way. These are just jokes written by 85 South.
Please.
Yes, please.
Please. What conspiracy theories came true this year?
Racism will never go away. Number 1. Number 2, I believe that record labels at scale have a insidious plan to knock off black artists to take their life insurance and their masters away from them at scale.
Is the life insurance thing, is that an actual
I've been told that
fact?
twice from Def Jam and somebody at Interscope. Yeah,
because we got to get somebody up in the record industry to actually because I've heard this before, not just from you. Yeah. I've heard this before from on the internet, but I don't know. I don't know.
It happens in the NFL too.
I don't know if that's
the owners had a right to the players' fucking insurance policy. What?
Because my thing is, a lot of these dudes ain't even gonna be able to get life insurance. They drugged up. They out of their mind. Like,
don't mean nothing. There's ways around that.
I don't know about this. I don't know.
If J-Lo can fucking insure her legs for $1 million after she did whatever and was abusing Puff, fucking a perk popper can get life insurance. Ways around it. Clean up the liver for 3 months and that'd be good. Allegedly.
Yeah, we got to do some research on this life insurance thing because
we'll call.
I am interested to know we got to go down
the rabbit hole
on that one.
But once you get to 200 murders in rap, is it a conspiracy at that point?
200 actual murders?
Go
from the artist, from the artist being murdered.
Artist side, yep.
Is it up? No, well, okay, so.
And it over indexes in gunshots and overdosing.
But is that because the artists are drug addicts and gangbangers?
Not all.
A lot of them.
I can also argue too, if I actively invest in a derivative that is tainted by drugs, that's a choice as an investor, not by accident. Like if I picked index with Epstein in it, and then Harvey Weinstein, and then oh boy, and then my next big pick was he got the new free call. Is that by accident or by design? And at one point, when we gonna talk about J-Lo and her, what she had to do in these?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean,
J-Lo, you a Leo?
yeah, I mean, let's do this. Can we play the clip of Jamal Crawford and his co-host when she said, what she said?
Yes.
All right, let's play this.
Michael Porter Jr. recently said, "Oh, I don't like this. That if the Nuggets don't win this,
That was a good one.
don't try to get me on that. They might have to break up the team." Lou, are you buying that this is the last dance for the Denver Nuggets?
Yeah, I'm buying.
Nuggets.
I'm buying. Beadle, you're gonna be in trouble today.
That's not fair. It's not even a thing. It's not even a word.
Sounded like it.
You would love that.
Listen, anyways, I'm buying it. All good things come to an end.
I don't like hearing it though.
And it feels
We didn't
like
like
we didn't like
hearing
hearing
it.
that either.
We sure did. I'm sweating.
It's all right,
man.
Beadle. You covered in the cloth. I got you. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
All right, interesting. So she, I think she confused the word nuggets with
Niger.
niggets.
Yep.
And she kind of slipped that in there, niggets.
Michelle Beadle, my lord.
I have a theory on this. What do you think? What do you think about this?
I don't think anybody says a racial slur that has not exited their mouth before.
Well, everybody has said nigga. Let's just be honest. And it's our fault. It's our fault.
No, it's not. Oh my
Yes, it
God.
is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. We're not.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When you champion the shit,
Rashad.
come on, man. We gotta take some accountability.
So Michelle Beadle said nigga because Beanie Siegel said it on My Life Is Real.
What I'm saying is this: as a culture, we have to take some responsibility. We have said nigga like it's nothing, right? Like that's become part of the vernacular. It's a term of endearment, and the biggest songs in history. This Niggas in Paris is the name of a song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the actual, you can't say the name of that song without saying niggas. And they did that song at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. So what I'm saying is that we want people to be part of our culture. It's not closed door. We welcome
That's a mistake,
everybody
too.
in. We welcome
We
white
don't
people
want
in. We
culture.
welcome Asians in. We welcome everybody in.
Yeah.
Right. And in all of these songs, they say nigga nonstop in these songs. So you think that the people are going to listen to this song and then every other word just stop saying that word like when they're in their car driving? That's not fair. That doesn't even make any sense. If you don't want people to say the word, then stop saying it. So
when black people were not saying nigger that much in 1930 and dressing up, white people were still saying nigger.
well,
You could argue they're the ones who made the fucking vernacular popular.
there's a difference between ER and GA. You know
Who
that.
owns the rights to both? I know on Google is going to say that no one can own the rights to nigger or nigga. That's not true.
I don't know. I'm not
Y'all
sure.
should go to Dewey Decimal System and
I don't
see,
know.
and then look up who owns the rights to Jesus and who owns the rights to the Bible.
Well, we
and
got
then
the right. We know who owns the rights to the Bible. We got that one.
who owns the trademark on the name Jesus, not Yeshua, Jesus.
We got the Bible one situated.
Well, some correlations. The intellectual property play.
King James version. But the thing about it is this: you know that somebody in Louisiana in 19, and even now to this day, somebody call you a nigger. That's different from somebody rapping and yo, was Gucci my nigga? Was Louis my killer? Like there's a difference. Let's be honest, right? There's a difference. There's a difference.
Is there a difference when a white person says it? I don't like when Latin say nigga.
Well, why are we saying it then? Why are you saying it? I'm not saying you, but I'm saying why are you saying it if you don't like somebody saying it? Don't make any sense. That don't make sense. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You're gonna
That's
say
what
this
cake
shit.
is made for. The fuck? Hey, that's what, no, cake is made to be eaten. The fuck?
Look, man, you can't expect people not to say nigga, and when you saying it every day.
Whoever fucking Michelle Beadle, just because you black don't mean she can say it. Tell her.
Well, here's the thing. It might have been an honest mistake.
Have you? Okay, so people only slip up and say words they've actually said before. Most people haven't slipped up and said perspicacious. On
No,
any rug.
it's like Ron Burgundy, right? Reading the teleprompter. They might have had the I instead of the
The
U.
Denver Niggets is crazy with no black
That's why
players.
she said it's not a word. That's why she said it's not a word, because maybe she really was saying Niggets, and Niggets is not a word. So maybe instead of nuggets, she was saying Niggets because it might have been an I instead of a U, and that's why she like, yo, that's not even a word. Like, stop, y'all going too far. Theory. That's a theory.
Got you. Whoever fucking Michelle Beadle on the side, if you black, tell her. That's like all you dudes who fucking the Dominicans who voted for Trump. You was in the surprise for the next morning. Had a tough conversation. Tell her that she can't say that, my boy.
Please.
The fuck.
But
But also stop being surprised at white people being racist, especially with Senor Trump in there. You know what I mean? It's a lot of MAGA hats down on Wall Street on the exchange.
Go to Wall Street, MAGA.
Ooh, baby.
That looked like fucking Tommy Hilfiger and Macy's back in the
For
day.
real.
Remember when Tommy Hilfiger was the only thing that Macy's
The only
had?
thing in it, yeah. Looked like a 4th of July fucking sale in them booths. Like, wait, what?
The MAGA section,
14 times.
the MAGA section on the stock exchange is unbelievable. They got the
Crazy.
flag, the hats, the bobblehead dolls, the whole shit. But I think we have our guest here.
Shout out to my guy.
Yes. Jae'Won, you there, brother? What's going on?
My brother, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm chilling. How y'all doing?
Man, good to see you, my brother. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Congratulations on everything, man. You're moving around out here, man, creating a name for yourself on the media side and the music side as well.
Yep.
It's tiring, but I'm doing it.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
For sure. Not 914 representative.
Definitely. Big 914. Big 914.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you coming, man. We're gonna, rap with you for a little bit. We wanted to get some different perspectives from a younger generation, a younger perspective. We have our thoughts on different things, but it's always good to kind of tap in to the young world. So
That's a fact.
First, thank you for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you for being here, bro.
Thank you for having me.
Nah, for sure. So let's talk about this, man. First, let's talk. There's been a lot of talking in the world of sports and music about Lil Wayne not doing the Super Bowl, but then he recently got a gig where he's going to do NFL Game Day
Every Sunday. I just seen that on Twitter.
Yeah.
every Sunday. So a lot of people look at it like that might have been like an olive branch that they kind of extended to him. What's your thoughts on this?
Might be an olive branch. It's not too far off because I know he got the show with Skip, so it's not too far off. I don't know. They might be trying to save face.
Yeah,
I have no thoughts on it. They could be trying to save face, or this could be something that's been in the works. Usually, like these big deals, these be in the works for a while. So if this has been in the works for the last 6 months or so, I could see why he would feel like, I was slighted on the on doing the Super Bowl if we already been in the possibilities of working. But that's me playing devil's advocate. But if this is a case of them trying to extend the olive branch, it could be a slap in the face. But shit, hey, he is a big sports fanatic, so anything is better than nothing.
Do you think he was deserving to do the Super Bowl?
I feel like it sounds good. Like, Wayne should do the Super Bowl because it's in New Orleans. Deserved it is slighting Kendrick because Kendrick had a hell of a year. Like, unfortunately, he's had a hell of a year, and it was against somebody that comes from the Young Money lineage within Drake. But I feel like the best time for me as a fan of hip hop, I would have loved to see Wayne on the Super Bowl was years ago. Like when Wayne was best rapper alive, hottest rapper in the world, I would have loved to see that. Now was like, it will come off like he's a legacy act, which he is, you feel me? And I feel like we had our legacy act already with the whole West Coast with Snoop, Dr. Dre, 50, that whole setup. That was the legacy act, you feel me? Rihanna's not a legacy act. Granted, she's not releasing music no more. I feel like Kendrick deserved it. I don't think nobody else in the industry right now deserves it. Drake would be the best potential person aside from him, but the Super Bowl is bigger than just whatever your legacy is and all of that. You got to really be able to perform. Like, that's a whole spectacle. And
That's a great point.
Kendrick does that. Like, he makes spectacles. Like, so the only people you would expect to see, me personally, is like Kendrick, Kanye, Travis Scott,
Drake.
Nicki Minaj, Drake.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking more so me, and this is because the performance is never for us as the fans, like that's watching it from home. It's usually for the people that's there. Like that's what because nobody ever used to watch the Super Bowl performances, right? Those people that I listed are the ones who usually have crazy set designs and shows and all of that. The Missy Elliott's, like it's certain people who they take their show to a next level. Like Drake does that. Like
Kanye. Yep.
yeah, but that level that Super Bowl is looking for, those is the, like, we seen Kendrick do the whole chain inmate shit on the fucking award show. Like, it's certain shit that, like, comes with that. Like, it's mad artists I wouldn't want to see do the Super Bowl, ever.
Wait, what is
Like who? I'm be messy.
Just because of, like, stage performance and what it is, like, for what it'd be in the field is different. But on the outside, like, most of New York artists I would never want to see on the Super Bowl.
most of New York artists?
Okay.
Legacies and all. I would not want to see them because
50 J Nas.
I wouldn't want to see that because it's a theatrical thing that comes with doing the Super Bowl. You have to make it a spectacle. Like, so that's hip hop that I grew up loving. How can they make their show a spectacle? The traditional way would be have a live band, but that's but so much you could do. This is the most watched event in the world. You need somebody that's coming with backup dance. You know who would have been able to do this in their height? Mace would have been able to do this. A person that's coming with backup dances, gonna dance with them, except like that's what you need that to do the Super Bowl.
Mace, or the,
That is tough.
but is it Mace or is it the person that we really can't talk about right now because he's delisted?
We can talk about it.
Whether it was just Mace or Mason Diddy or the whole
Because
bad,
Diddy was the one.
Imagine a Bad Boy Super Bowl performance. You know how crazy that would have been?
Never again. Yeah. It would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it would have been wild.
Would've been
So I
crazy.
just feel like when it come to big shit like that, it's but so much you can do and so many artists can cover that ground because they already don't do that. You
Yeah.
feel me?
No, I agree with you. So let me ask you this, because you come from a generation where like social media pressure is a real thing, right? So looking at this Little Dirk situation, we don't know what happened, but a lot of people saying like, social media has kind of put a lot of pressure and it makes people do things that they wouldn't rationally do. Would you feel? How you feel? What's your thoughts on that? As far as coming from that generation where, streaming and the academics of the world, that kind of really could weigh on you as a person.
I'm gonna be real. I don't even think that shit got anything to do with. My only issue is like the likes of academics and Adam 22 and all these different people is the amplifying of
All the
shit,
drama.
of the drama. Like, you feel me? In the terms of content over everything, or what you running with the excuse of, oh, they putting it out there, we just helping, we just piecing it together. That's legit. That's
Cop work.
Yeah, that's cop work. Like, you feel me? And then just me being somebody who outside, like family outside, friends still in the streets and all of that, and somebody who actually grew, like my father having me grow up in the same area and the same neighborhood and all of that, to say, oh, you got money now, you shouldn't be beefing or doing certain things, is disingenuous, and it's not real. It's not real. Like, these niggas not rappers first. Like, these is
They're
like
outside first, yeah.
these are real, like, niggas who's in gangs, like, lost friends and family to, like, real bloodshed. It's phony to say that they shouldn't do that stuff, but I don't think social media influenced that or none of that. Is like, they in the middle of real wars that we'll never know about, no matter how much niggas make YouTube shorts and videos. Like, these real wars, like, niggas lost family, friends, like.
But let me ask you this. Do you think it's going to, because you see on YouTube where now it's become a trend of like real street guys, like gang members are becoming YouTube personalities where they chronicling everything that happens daily in real time, right? So the streets,
Crazy.
there is no more idea of like the streets and the internet are one at this point
I'm
in
gonna
time.
be real with you. Real street niggas, like like niggas who are outside moving around, shaking and moving, with the exception of probably niggas who are influencers or like niggas that become like social media famous or like niggas in my position aren't really on social media. Like, that's a new thing. Like, you feel me? Like, or at least they not on main front street. Niggas is on like Finsta and burner accounts.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? Like, so these niggas who be saying like, oh, they street niggas, they all like, these really probably was the nerds of the gang. Like, and niggas don't even pay attention to that. Like, gangs recruit in that aspect. Like, niggas got niggas in gangs that's dead just because they the niggas that scam and know how to get money. Or these the niggas that know how to attract the women. Like, niggas play a part in everything that we doing. Like, in everything. They do it in gangs, they do it in fraternities, they do it in sororities. These niggas who saying that they are this, no, that ain't really that. Like, you ask the people around them, niggas don't know them for being outside of doing certain things. Like, so that shit is, you could be anybody you want behind this microphone and camera.
Yeah. And if we're gonna be real, like with the Brick Baby, it came through Adam. It's be a lot of vultures who be monetizing the gang war before when they were quiet about it. So like I think once that light gets on them, they go a little bit too far. Brick Baby, you going too far.
I'm anti amplifying whatever's going on in whatchamacallit, in a beef or in an artist's personal life. Like, I personally don't like knowing too much about artists outside of the music.
Gotcha. So when Amani and Flip almost fought, who you got if you had the over under?
No, I wasn't there for that.
Oh, you weren't there?
I wasn't there for that.
Shout out to Flip and Amani, but whew,
I don't know.
it'd be tense on that set sometime, yo. Don't break the table.
I would have been laughing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd have been laughing. I for surely would have been laughing. I don't know. I wouldn't want that fight to happen.
Yeah, me either.
And not because I don't think either one of them would win the fight over the other. I just don't think for the workspace, for the environment, and then just for with how weird the fans are in now in the world. It would have been nasty, like, you feel me? Like, and you know, like, they love to create a narrative, the fans and all of that. Yeah. That would have just been nasty. I don't think that would have been good. And business wise, that wouldn't have been good. Like, no, I don't know.
You gamble like FanDuel sports?
I used to gamble. I used to go to the bookie in the store and do it, but I stopped. I ain't put a ticket in probably 2-3 years.
I feel like this epidemic of sports betting is kind of like something that we've never seen before, with like, especially like targeted towards young people. Every major podcast got sports betting sponsorships. Like, that's become like the new hustle. Like,
that's become like alcohol during prohibition. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. I hate gambling. I shoot CeeLo and blackjack. That's my shit. But sports betting, as somebody who used to do it, the panic of worrying, like, sports will humble the shit out of you. You bet.
Absolutely.
That shit will humble the fuck out of you fast. I'm not a fan of it. I done had niggas make me late for meetings because they want to run in the store and put in a ticket, and it's like, yo, bro, come on, like, you slowing me up. Like, but do what you do. Do it in moderation, rather.
How have you enjoyed being on the pod, and how do you feel? Like, going back to fans being weird, do you think content creators should direct the fans how to behave, or do you think it should be a free for all and like the content over everything model?
So that's two part. I enjoy the pod. It's a different perspective. I feel like we as content creators cannot tell the fans how to react, but I feel like fans should. Well, I can't speak for any other pods. As far as the JBP pod, the fans that's at least on the Twitter community operate as if the pod is a reality show for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? They don't operate how I would say I, as a fan of the JBP pod, was. Like, I would just sit in the store and watch the pod and sit, like, just to hear what's going on. Not because I care about what they got going on in their personal lives. Hearing a conversation about your personal life and tying it to a point is just a plus. But watching the niggas' body language, disposition, trying to create a narrative aspect, I feel like that's when the waters become murky. But also, that's what is paying the bills. Like, that's what's keeping the fans engaged. So I feel like it's just really a matter of what you are in it for and what you as a viewer or fans watching it for. What's your perspective of, like, when I watch a podcast, I'm watching just for the conversation. I don't care nothing else more than the conversation at hand.
So you rap too. So what's your thoughts on the current state of rap as far as like
All these niggas suck.
Come on, bro.
All these niggas
Come
suck.
on, bro. Oh my God.
All these niggas suck.
This is like generational confidence too. Okay.
All these niggas suck. My fault. You finish the question.
So you're not a fan of nobody.
Nobody.
No, I'm a fan of certain artists.
Okay, like who?
Like who?
There's
We're
no
gonna clean it
artist
up.
though that I feel like if we get in the studio, I'm gonna sweat. I 1000% do not think nobody can fuck with me.
On some lyrical shit or just all around?
Whether all around, I don't think niggas can fuck with me. Because
Okay.
there's a lot of people I know like that's very lyrical. Like, and I think I did this breakdown recently with Esso in them. I compared
Shout out to
my
them.
father and 50, and I was like, my father focused more on his verses than the whole song making aspect, right? Well, if you use my pops and Mace, right, both being on Bad Boy, right?
Yeah.
Because they probably would be who everybody could think, like those were the stars after Big passed away, essentially.
Yeah.
Mace figured out the blueprint on how, and he also a Harlem nigga, unfortunately, because Harlem niggas can do the corniest shit and just their confidence behind it comes off like it was the coolest thing in the world, right?
Is that you, Betha? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Nah, that ain't Mace though. You feel me?
Yeah, got you.
But he figured out a way how to be relatable to everybody.
Yeah.
Like with rap, you gotta be able to you make the old ladies be like, oh, wanna like smile and
Yeah.
laugh and giggle. You gotta relate all the way around. So a lot of with me and other niggas, like a nigga might just be super lyrical, but his delivery was trash. Or his delivery was fire and it was no ball work. Like, so for me, I found the blend of how to do everything. I study all my favorites for what they sucked at and work on that versus what they're good at.
So, but somebody like your pops, right, who might not have been the greatest at creating crossover music.
He has some hits though.
Yeah, like
Yeah. We ain't gonna
see,
play.
I
He
don't
knocked
think that
himself
was
out.
never his issue. I think he just never knew the labels never knew how to market those records.
Properly. Yeah.
No, for sure. Look, no, for sure. But I'm just saying the difference between Mace. Mace is his light is going to shine brighter because he's a commercial artist, right?
No,
and he
but
knows
you know
how.
what else it was? Mace didn't come out in the record. He wasn't in a group. Being a part of a group and going solo
Yeah, it's
is
tough.
a lot more harder than coming out already as a solo artist. Like, and it's politics my pops didn't play into. Like, he said they wanted him to pierce his ears. He didn't pierce his ears. Like, it was just certain things that as an artist, as a solo artist, if you do it, it'll help propel you, that you got to just want to do or be willing to do.
So when you say that you could go toe to toe with anybody, like you're referring to like anybody
My age
or younger.
All right, so let's say from 22 to 35, there ain't nobody in it. Nobody in there is making me break a sweat. Like, not at all. Especially if they already in the industry, because I know what they do.
How old is Freddie Gibbs?
Freddie Gibbs probably like 37.
Yeah, 37. Cole 38, right? Okay.
Yeah, like, you feel me? But as a fan, because I'm a fan of rap before anything, I know what to expect with these niggas. Like, if I go in the studio with it, like, say my pops, I know what to expect from him. I know what I'm gonna get from him, like, because he's been doing it so long and he's consistent. You feel me? I go in the studio with like a Meek or it's certain artists, because I'm a fan of them. I know what they.
You know what to expect out of their game.
Yeah, like, it's the niggas who I don't listen to that's gonna happen. So like, where I gotta readjust a little bit in the ring because it's like, all right, I wasn't expecting that, or all right, like you feel me?
Yeah.
Like those the niggas like Rod Wave might have me over there like, hold on, like, cause he's a creative ass nigga, and I'm a
Yeah,
fan
he
of
is.
Rod Wave. Where it's like, how can I match what he's doing? Like, how can I match this or
You can steal some lyrics like he
amplify what I'm
normally
doing?
do.
Exactly.
So do you care about concepts, or do you care about, because like back in the days they used to be concepts, like
Concept
even
records.
yeah, the whole album, like Good Kid, Mad City is a concept
That's
album,
a
right?
movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But now it's just microwave where you just it's
Niggas
singles.
just throwing songs together.
Yeah.
Do I care? I feel like
Oh, do the fans even care about concept songs anymore?
I feel like you don't have to make. I feel like an album, even if you just creating a records, can be a concept if it's sequenced properly, because the records could tell a story on their own, versus where it don't gotta be. This is gonna be for the beginning of the album. This gonna be for the middle. Like if you do if the music is properly created and just the lyricism and the content of the records create properly, mesh properly, you could place the records wherever and it'll tell a story.
Got you. You outside a bit, so I know you're moving around. What's your top 3 date spots in New York?
Top 3 date spots in New York.
I don't know your situation. I ain't trying to get you jammed, but
Nah. But it could be a date with my shorty. Brooklyn
Okay,
Chop
okay.
House. Brooklyn Chop House is my spot.
Brooklyn
all
Chop.
the time.
Shout out to
Catch me in
Downfall.
Chop House.
Times Square or where?
Yeah,
The Times Square location.
Got you. Big vibe.
Brooklyn Chop House. If I'm looking for like a club party vibe, I fuck with Harbor a lot.
Okay.
Harbor. And then some low key shit.
Yeah, chill, tucked away, private vibes, intimate, you know?
I don't really got no low key private shit. I be going to the movies and shit. I don't be wanting to be seen.
I feel you. I feel you.
Let me ask you.
You asked me who I'm listening to right now, right?
Yeah. Who you listen
I
to?
listen to Rod Wave, Lil Baby, and Leaf Ward.
Who? Who's the last one?
Ward. Yeah.
Leaf Ward. Where's he from?
Leaf Ward from Philly. He from Philly. He's tough. He incarcerated right now, but Leaf, he talk that shit. Hey, Leaf is him.
Let me ask you this: as far as who like on some top 5? I don't want to just do a regular top 5, but like I know you grew up obviously listening to very nostalgic music. Storytelling. Are you into storytelling? You like? What's
a hip hop purist?
What's the top 5 story? What's the top 5 storytelling songs of all time?
Top 5.
That's
Rewind is one of them by Nas.
Big facts.
That's a fact.
Rewind. Somebody's Gotta Die by Big.
Okay, it's a good one.
That's what Tell 'em Blanco sent you. That one.
Yeah.
He went crazy on that. Right?
He went
As
crazy.
a Tupac fan, he went crazy.
Underrated. Nobody Believes by SP.
Okay.
Matter of fact, scratch that. Scratch Nobody Believes Me by him. A Gangster and a Gentleman on his first album.
That's a good. Yeah.
A good one.
That's what. That's 3 or 4. I'm at so far.
That's 3.
3.
3. Wet Dreams by Cole. Like, cause it wasn't specifically one story. It was a story that expanded across.
That's a fact. No, that's a good.
That's very relatable. Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, it's a good one.
A children's story by Slick Rick.
Okay, you covered multi-generation.
Yeah, you covered
30, you covered 30 years. You covered 30 years in a generational. Yeah, I like it. Well, before I'm gonna ask you this. So Joe Button just had Bernice Burgos up there, and she said that she made $30,000 on a.
I totally believe her.
Big fat. Hey, I believe. I've seen Bernice get busy in Houston
on a slow night.
And you know why I believe her, right? So, if you look at the allure of who Bernice Burgos is, she is the reason of the Bottle Girls stripper war.
Yes.
She's the founder of the foremother of Bottle Girls. You feel me?
That's true.
when we go to the strip club, we're not throwing money at the strippers. We're throwing it at the bartenders.
But that's a New York thing. People might not understand that.
Yeah,
That's
But
a
this
New
is
York
why
thing.
they doubting her. You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, and then let's just look at it from a level of niggas on the streets, right? If I go to the strip club or if I go outside, me and my friends going out, niggas probably have at minimum $1,500 on them to at maximum 5,000, maybe
Yeah,
10,000, depending on whatever they get into or however they get their money. Whether they scam, they hustle, they ain't been outside in dumb long. You feel me? So on average, when niggas go to the strip club, niggas is going in no less than groups of threes. And we wait for the promoters, whoever it be, whether it be Doe, whether it be P Wavy, whoever, when they post what bartenders is working today,
That's when you gonna bust the move.
and niggas know where they going at.
Yeah.
The girls are ready to hit up whoever they fuck with and told them their friends are coming. The chicks are getting the money from the niggas as well. You feel me? And then this is Bernice. Niggas was blowing that bag in hopes of getting at least a follow back from her.
Or a phone. I was seeing somebody
To
in
sit
Houston
at
get
her
Bernice
bar.
$2,000 at the mall for a phone number she didn't give it.
So walk me through this process. Say I'm from Arkansas. I'm from Little Rock, Arkansas, right? And I'm trying to fully understand this. So I understand what a stripper is. A stripper dances and you throw money at the stripper or you get a lap dance. That's understandable. But a bartender serves drinks, right? So the bartender, aka startender, in order to so are you ordering a drink and then giving her a stack of $1,000 tip? Is that what's happening?
When we gonna get our bottles, 1, 2, however amount of bottles, because what they all get, it's 2. They work in pairs and partnerships and groups, so they probably got 4 chairs, right? They got 4 chairs.
Yeah, 6 chairs max.
Yeah, 4 to 6 chairs, right? So we got our bottles. We bought 2, 3 bottles. I get a stack. If we get there, the club close at 4 a.m. Starlets close at 4 a.m. If I get there at 12, I already came in, got 500. Just the teaser money to you feel me? See what the day's going like. I threw 500 already. Now I get a stack. My man get a stack. My other man get a stack. That's 4,500 right there. And it's not given that we're staying at the club the whole time.
Yeah.
Think about the next group of niggas that come. A stack. So
They drunk, they thirsty.
Yeah, I've watched niggas go in the club and they slept all day just to go to the strip club that night and go throw 10,000 because they just bust a check.
But are you throwing 10,000 at the bartender?
We're throwing it. The strippers don't matter behind us. Whoever my back is to does not matter. It's about who is in the middle around the bar. That's where we throw the money at. That is where the money goes.
And you're not getting anything. Like the bartender's not giving you a lap dance. You're not getting anything from it.
But
come around.
Yeah, some of them but if we're gonna be real, a lot of the time the girls who be dancers or the ballerinas, the war between them, the dancers was too stuck up.
Yeah.
So the girl serving the drinks was cool, and then okay, great, I'm gonna vibe with you, cool. And we have to be real, men are competing too. If it's 4 chairs and everybody say they're balling, okay, you sitting here,
we gonna
raise you one.
Let's see who throw the most money.
Let's see who gonna throw the most money.
Well, and you gotta remember, some of these girls be our friends. Niggas know these girls. And she's saying, "Yo, pull up to the bar." You feel me? Or
Shout
some
them out.
niggas is fucking with these girls.
Yeah,
I'm one of my mans might be fucking one of the girls, and my other man might want her partner. Now niggas is gonna show out because that money is split amongst them two.
Yeah,
I know girls that bartend. And their sisters might be dealing with somebody that's in the industry or an athlete. They'll come and see their sister and give them 5,000, 10,000, just because that's support. That's how they support. So Bernice was clearing a 30 ball. And
easy. I think she was going low.
1 day a night. It's Bernice Burgos. Niggas, bro. Jaylen Brown been in the league, what now? 5 years, 7 years?
6 years, something like that, yeah.
Bernice is probably on her 15th year of fame. That's 11 years that he waited 11 years till he was the top dog in the NBA to start fucking with her.
But I'm just trying to figure out the ROI, right? Like that's
Return on investment.
return on investment. That's,
Got
I'm not looking for one.
that's the return.
El Gato, that's the hope.
That's the
There's no return on investment for a lot of these niggas. A lot of it is just that I told you that phone number, that fucking that whiff of perfume. Niggas want.
It'd be a lot of simps at the tables, yo. I'm not gonna hold you. What's the most you ever spent in the strip club?
Most I spent in a strip club.
The
Probably
real
what?
number.
Like
8?
2,000. Nah, like 2,000. I don't
Okay.
bug out. Like I'm not a bug out in a strip club, but in a boat. This year we went out for my man Chubb's birthday. Niggas spent $10,000 in a strip club.
Yeah.
Like a real $10,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Shot at you.
Well, 2,000 goes a long way in a strip club if you manage.
It depends on how you met and what strip club you at.
Correct.
No, but see,
It's a ballerina recession right now, yo.
That shit is gone. Like I don't want it because I don't like how the strippers surround you. So I get it out fast. Like give me.
You ever been to a gentleman's club?
I prefer those.
Yeah.
I prefer those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Dollar stretches longer. No.
Yeah.
And it's even
Boy.
better if you go to the one where they give you the fake money.
What's that? I never heard that one before.
So they got one down 50 something street or something like that where they give you pay how much you want, but they give you their version of the money.
Yeah, it's like Usher bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just for the look of it, but you already
Yeah.
paid in advance. So now I can just enjoy myself
Now you
without
just
feeling
vibing.
pressure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because it is pressure as far as, like you said, the strippers, they're like hounding you. It's like, I'm just trying to just enjoy my drink right now. Like, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you got to stretch the money. Because then it's no fun if you not have any money, right? It's like coupons. Like it's once you coupons, it's like the fun token.
Yeah.
It's like going to great adventures. Like once you're done with your vouchers,
It's
go
over
home.
with. Well, what's the most overrated strip club y'all been to?
Most overrated strip club I've ever been to.
I would say King of Diamonds. That was
King of Diamonds in Miami.
terrible. It felt like
Yeah.
it's like they taking your shoes off. Like it was like you
It's
going
too
to
much.
jail. Like I'm like, yo, if
It's
I
too
don't
much.
want to feel.
But I
Shout out to them,
also
but-
I think I also went. Was that my senior year of college or my sophomore year? My senior year, I think. My senior year of college, I think I went. I think I was in a dark space at that time, like relationship with.
You was going through heartbreak. We all been there.
I kept getting caught cheating. I was fucking.
That's the real heartbreak. You get caught.
Like,
Oh
I
my
was with my
god!
line
Wait, you
brother
got caught
and
cheating
like,
and then went to the strip club?
Like, so it was just like mad shit going on, and then
Yeah.
I party hard. Like when I party. So I probably was whopped out and tired by then. So it was like, fuck this shit.
Are you investing? Do you invest?
Do I invest? I don't.
Okay.
But I don't invest because I don't have the capital to invest in the things I would like to invest to at the moment. Like, if I invest, I want to go all in. My shit ain't gonna be like a little bit here and here. I do have stocks though. Like when I was a baby, my aunt Joan, my grandfather's older sister, she bought all of like her nieces and nephews stocks
That's a great
over
investment.
the years.
Yeah.
So I have stocks, but like real investment, I do not. I was trying to get into the what's that? The off-campus housing shit when I first got to college, but
Yeah.
my pops wasn't buying into the idea of it.
It happens, yo. It'll be tough in his family sometimes.
Yeah. Well, for every dollar you put in the strip club, put it in the market. You
Facts.
I like that. I like
Do
that.
Way better. Or do one for one, for real.
one for one.
Start us on Tuesday. Go sleep on real quick. Hey, put something in video.
That's a fact.
That's real.
That's a fact, man. But man, we ain't gonna hold you, man. Before you any how you feel about?
Hold on, I got one not bone to pick.
Okay.
What's that shit you said on the pod that the older blacks are responsible for where we are now?
Oh, I
almost called Corey for your number. I said, wait, what?
yo, no, my thing was
Because they weren't letting you finish.
With my grandmother,
Yeah.
and like I had one with my grandfather, and then I had one with my grandmother, and it was about the voting and the Trump Kamala back and forth and whatnot. So my grandfather's from Memphis, like deep south.
Okay.
Martin Luther King got killed on his 15th birthday. So my grandfather was in that set of high school students that when integration happened and all of that. And he would say how the integration fucked up our people essentially, because now you no longer have the black teachers who care about the black students, and like almost like an HBCU. But in that same token, that generation, the boomers and the silent generation before them, feel like, at least black people feel like, because things are better than how they were back then, we should stop complaining a lot about what is, when it's like, y'all were complaining because y'all didn't like how things were, basically on a basic human decency shit. Imagine if the slaves told y'all, at least you're not picking field. Human decency is human decency. I don't care how much the purpose of life is to always improve and level up.
Absolutely.
So if shit is fucked up now, and we watching on YouTube and on videos, you seeing Eric Holder get killed. Fucking all these people get killed. I said Eric Holder. What's his name?
Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner.
Yeah.
Eric Gardner.
I was looking at the Nipsey Hussle killer shit. That's why it fucked me up. Eric Gardner get killed. All these people, they choking them and whatnot. That's not normal. That's no difference than when we was seeing them get sprayed with hoses, or they were seeing people get lynched and shit like that. That is not human decency. Is human decency. Just because they're not hanging from a tree or burning doesn't make that hurt any less than seeing a person with a knee in their neck. Actually, it hurts a little more, because if we got black billionaires, black millionaires, black people making so much of this country worth it, and white people copy what we doing, and we're still being treated like this, no, we're actually going to complain more. And we have less support these days. We're going out and
less
protesting,
unity.
and versus back then. Like back then, people didn't care. They would go for broke to protest. Now it's like, oh, you can't go and do that because you might get seen on a poster somewhere or on the footage. Now you could get fired from your job. Like the shit it might not be, the shit damn near might be harder, because it's so many more eyes on you. It's so much more at stake versus then. And at least back then they had black circles. Like you had neighborhoods that had black restaurants, black blacksmiths, locksmiths, etc., etc.
There was way more unity. Yes.
Yeah, you feel me? There was a lack of unity taken, with the exception of, and the placement of integration, came the erasure of black identity and black politics. You see the video on Twitter where dude in the army saying how they want them to get the buzz cut, the high and tight, but nigga, that's not my culture. We do afros and stuff, like,
yeah.
And this all comes from them saying, at least it's better than what y'all got and we had. Like, it's like there's no more fight.
Do you feel like the racism now is just as bad as it was back then?
Yeah, because it's hidden. It's hidden. Like, I really am a fan of, I want blatant hate. If you don't fuck with me, let me know.
I feel
Don't
you.
hide it. Like, you feel me? Like, this shit is hidden, and it's in everything we see. Like, right? They saying what, by 2040 or 42, white people will be the minority.
Yeah, they're fighting for their country back to stop that.
Yep. Black women going to the doctors for migraines or stomach pains and shit bothering them, and they're telling them, oh, it's not, and giving them medicine, but it's long-term effects. Women are finding out they're pregnant on 8th month, on not month 9, because the baby's being held in their back or something. Like, you feel me? Like, this shit was never designed for us to get ahead. They just say, we're gonna give you this, but they already got in place how they gonna control us and lock us down. Niggas are getting sick. People were getting fired from their jobs because they didn't want to get the vaccine. It's things like that. It's just, the shit is fucked up.
Jersey almost flipped to a red state.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's parts of Jersey you can't drive in.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're black. It's parts in upper New York where you can't be in if you black. The shit is fucked up, and I feel like our people, because we went through so much, we're looking at it, we're allowed to have this, or we have this. Look at what we still don't have. There's nowhere in the world you go that you got, first off, black people have no identity. Africans don't align with black Americans. You feel me? So we can't even say we're going to have a place called Little Africa, because it ain't going to be for black Americans.
Or
it's gonna be real Africans, or like who are immigrants to over here, that got the African shops, African food, You got the Chinatown where it's real Chinese people and Koreans in those towns. You got the little Jewish area in Brooklyn where they got their own school buses, schools, everything. There's nowhere that black people have. What we do have, they call it ghettos. They call it slums. They call them projects. For one, that's all state funded and governed. So they don't care to take care of it. That money's being funded amongst the different politicians and everything. They're keeping it. The people within the environments are seeing it as having less value because of the name it's placed on. When niggas don't realize, if you live in the projects all your life, right? It was passed down from grandma to your mom's to you. That's no different than the co-op that's on a fixed income, base that you pay monthly. If you renovate it over the time, you can keep your apartment looking right. If your neighbors is doing the same thing, the projects can actually become something. Niggas don't even know, most people. The reason white people want penthouses and top floor apartments is because that's what they was giving our people at first. So if it was a fire or something, if they didn't care if we didn't make it out the buildings. The white people was all on the lower levels. They was getting out. We made being on the top floor a thing, made that cool. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's just weird.
But what's our culture though? What identity would we have? Like if we had, because we have areas where black people live in, right? But like, what do we? That's why I always say like we don't have a culture because
we don't. But so let's use Harlem for example, right? Different days in the summertime, even in the fall, they'll have the jazz fest where they'll block streets off and jazz is playing, little cookout. Like that's our culture. Being within our neighborhoods and our parks and within our projects is our culture. Like community is our culture. But we so brainwashed to think, oh nah, we can't be here. Let's go down to Fifth Avenue where the white people are. 125th Street used to be flooded with stores with urban attire that we would wear.
Yeah.
That niggas we would only go downtown if you was going to get some Pradas, and that's when the Prada store was by South Street Seaport. You feel me? Like shit like that. It became we don't want to hang out in our area. Let's go hang out over there. Like it's shit like that.
Even the clubs, like in New York, right? I tell some people, there's no hip hop clubs.
Yeah.
You gotta go to like a Latin club that they play Spanish music. They play reggae.
Black night. Like we go to Dykeman now. That's our thing. Dykeman is racist as fuck.
Speak on it.
Dykeman is racist as
Speak
fuck.
on it.
You feel me? There'll be one or two. Like my man a few of my friends is promoters within Dykeman, but they have to align with a Spanish promoter and damn near get grandfathered in.
But that's how it's supposed to be, though. Honestly, right?
Yeah,
you can't just come into our shit and
bully take over.
When we had all of these things before integration, we didn't capitalize on it, and I think what happened
was it taken away?
Yeah, we didn't want to aside from like the bombings of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Black Wall Street and all of that type of shit. Niggas was so happy to finally be able to go somewhere and get equality, they forgot about the mom and pop black shit.
That's a fact. That's a
great point.
Like you ever look in a Chinese store in the hood, right? They're not going out and ordering other food. They're serving the hood, and then they're closing the doors and they're eating inside. Like on my block, we was very close with the Chinese people in our store, like legit close with them. Where they let us go in the back and make our own food. They sit inside there and eat their food. Like they invest into the community within what they do. We don't do that. It's a million. Think about where y'all located at right now.
I'm in Houston.
All right, so then you on White Plains. How many soul food restaurants you know on White Plains?
None.
See what I'm saying? And so in the 914, a bunch of soul food restaurants have been built, and how long they usually last? A year, 2 years.
A year and a half, yeah.
We don't invest in it. You know why? Niggas ain't going there. You know where we going though? We in Harlem. They got a Panda right here on 25th across from Cantinas. Niggas is going there. Niggas ain't really going to the black-owned shit. Melba's ain't getting the love that it once got. Sylvia's ain't getting the love it once got.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Which I'll always say, do black people love being black? And will they support black?
Black people don't love being black. And I don't think most black people won't come from, without TV shows like The Cosby Show, A Different World, Different Strokes, all of those shows, showed the importance of being black, and it showed it in different levels. Good Time showed blacks struggling and having a hard time. What's Happening showed blacks just making out, like, you feel me? Single mother home. Fucking A Different World showed blacks going to college. Cosby Show showed blacks having money. Like, we don't have none of that no more.
Well, I will say this.
Black shows is reality TV.
I will say this because how old are you? Like 26?
I'll be 28 on Sunday. Actually.
Okay.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday in advance. But I think it's important for young people to still stay encouraged, because we do have problems as a community. But I wouldn't necessarily, because even for our platform, right, we wouldn't be successful if it wasn't for black people that supported us.
True. That's a fact.
I do feel like black people support black people. I don't want to make it a narrative like we don't support each other at all. We could do a better job of it for sure. But I feel like most of the time when you see a black business that's successful, that's because black people made them successful, not because white people made them successful.
But do we champion those same businesses at the same rate that we do white ones?
I feel like it depends on location, and it depends on what the business is, right? So, we made Off-White, the clothing brand, what it was.
True.
Virgil. We made Off-White what it was. White people came in, took it to the next level, brought him over to Louis Vuitton and everything.
Yeah.
You feel me? A restaurant. What's a black-owned restaurant that is in New York? Brooklyn Chop House.
Chop
House has a certain allure to it, to where Chop House doesn't serve soul food.
No. Asian fusion.
Yep.
It's black owned though.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it has a great integration of black, Hispanic, and other races working in there. But the food isn't black. It's no black owned food.
Yeah.
And they'll say soul food isn't healthy for us, it's not good for us. So that could play a part to why there's no soul food restaurants neither, right? Or it's not sold. But Asian and fusion food, the Chinese food that real Chinese people eat or Asians eat isn't the Chinese food they serve us.
They serve, yeah.
So it's all bullshit. Like, it's just, blacks don't really want to be blacks. It's only cool to be black when it's convenient. And that's why I feel like we love the hood so much. Like, when Dirk said in the trenches he feel the safest, that sounds crazy, but it makes sense because this is really home. I can go in a bodega that I grew up going to with no money on me. He gonna give me whatever I need without batting an eye at me, looking at me crazy. We can't do that nowhere else. Like, when you get out, like, I'll be in a world where it's a lot of white people or just like people doing it right, and I'm uncomfortable because I know it's not genuine. Look at Hollywood. Hollywood's the most disingenuine place in the world.
But the hood's not genuine either. You know that.
No, we know it's not. We know it has things of it that's not genuine. But
the love. You talking about the love, the hood love.
More genuine things within the hood than not. The lady who's old now that watched you grow up all your life and become successful, when she see you when you finally come back around, she's gonna
how she lights up.
She's gonna treat you the same way. The people in the store, the little kids, all of that, that's always gonna be there. But it's nobody's trying to get the people trying to get over on you is the same people from the beginning of time. Hollywood, the entertainment industry, all of that, they make it seem like they here for you. You do one thing they don't like, and they turn their back on you. We see that with everybody.
No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you bring up some good points, man.
You did, yeah.
Good points, a good perspective.
Articulated well.
Yeah, for sure, man. But what you got going on, man? You want to let people know anything you got going on, project, anything like that?
Yeah. I just dropped a new record on Halloween, and I dropped one on Labor Day.
I saw that, yeah.
Both out. NDAs and Bruce Wayne dropped. I'm about to drop again for I got a project, a joint EP with my man Seth Gnarly from the Bronx, coming out on the 14th. It's called the Bellagio Suite. That's more boom bap, all boom bap vibes. Like, you feel me? I'm on my boom bap vibes on there. Another music coming out Thanksgiving. I got one family type record. It's a sample throwback you could dance to. And then one old record I had in the tuck with the video that I never dropped. So I'm going to release those. And I got some more music. And then I'm going to put everything that's come out as a project the top of the year.
So, well, congratulations, man.
Looking
Thank
forward to it.
For
Tell
sure,
Ish to
man.
let you talk too, because you articulated that point well. I'm gonna text him. Ish was talking over you like crazy when you was trying to get your shit off on the pod. So
I mean, but
that's
that
my
be the
dog.
you know, a lot of shit is generational gap.
That's
like,
true.
You know what I mean? And I'm sure, like, we see it, like, right now, I'm 28. I can't tell a nigga that's 18 years old how he should be in the streets because it's a different ball game right now. It's a different
It's a different landscape.
When I was 12, 13, I watched the niggas that was older than me, my big bros, niggas might have had one pistol or multiple pistols, a little bit of bullets.
Yeah.
My generation was probably the generation where everybody had guns, they own guns and had multiple bullets. These niggas got guns, their own bullets. They got money. Niggas is like, these niggas are computer literate. So these niggas is 12, 15 with tens of thousands of dollars because they know how to scam. Like, the landscape of the streets is different from now.
Yeah.
Like, when y'all was in the streets was way different from when y'all pops and them was in the streets. So I feel like
every generation
Every era is
is different, but that's why it's good to get perspective. A lot of times people might like they disregard, like, okay, like they don't agree. Like, I might not agree with everything you're saying, but it's important for me to listen to what you're saying because it's valuable, right? It's valuable information. So, and vice versa, right? Like, you have a perspective that I don't have. I could have a perspective that you don't have. Like, we need to learn from each other because we both could have vital points that we're making. But a lot of times we just block it out. Like, you don't think how I think, I'm not listening to you.
facts.
Yeah. But all right, my brother. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
One last point. Can we tell the little people on Spaces, just because you college educated doesn't mean there aren't people who move around in different circles? Because they won't say that to the cartel kids.
Educated and all that. I slapped the shit out of you. Like,
Oh my God.
like, nah, but
Jae'Won.
apart from that, like, think about HBCU. I can only speak for HBCU students, right?
Yeah.
All HBCUs are in the hoods. So you got the locals always coming in trying to finesse or get over on niggas.
Absolutely.
Most of the fights you have in college is gonna be with the locals. All of those is like, it's with the locals. And if we in the South, a lot of the football athletes and all of that go to HBCUs are regular hood niggas who just went to go get that free education. So thinking you went like that shit is a false narrative.
It's an illusion.
It is an illusion. Bad one.
Was you more of a terrorist in HH or Manly? Which one?
Nah, I was in the suites. You was in man. I was in the suites. You was at Manly over there.
We gonna talk one day.
No, I've been in Manly though. I got some wreck in Manly. I got lower Manly is where hang out, but I got some wreck in Manly.
Ooh.
I'm with it. You just bought my shit back. That's crazy. I ain't been no Roman campus in years.
Man, I almost got arrested twice coming out.
Oh shit.
Woo. Anyway.
The good days.
Oh man.
ATL. Shout out to Atlanta, man.
Word.
Good times in Atlanta, man.
Yeah, for real.
All right, my brother.
All right, be easy.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Okay.
Great conversation. I like Jae'Won.
Yeah, you know, young world. Young world. It's always good to get some perspective from the young world.
Absolutely. See, back to that conversation. The young boys with the guns, you gotta put the 6-shooter up when they got 30 rounds, 100 rounds. Tough. Tough.
But I do feel like it is important for I want them to be a little bit more encouraged. I didn't want to like preach at him.
Yes.
I want to have him speak, but I do feel that a lot of young people are very like negative as far as like the outlook on things.
Yeah, very pessimistic.
Pessimistic for sure.
Yeah.
Very pessimistic. So it's important to stay positive.
Mm-hmm.
And then for every dollar you spend in the strip club,
please put it in the market.
Please.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout to Mo. Shout to Mo. I put together her little package. She puts. I'm like, ooh, if you doing that, I know Bernice doing 30 on the Sunday.
But I can never understand. I mean, I'm trying to hear him out and trying to, but I can never understand going to a strip club and just giving bartenders excessive amounts.
It's happened, bro. And we gonna be real. It's just a lot of trick ass dudes in the world, yo.
I'm saying he like, hopefully they just get a follow back on Instagram type shit.
And get laughed at. No, I saw a dude. This was when the Super Bowl was in Houston. Bernice in the mall. Dude gave her out probably $2,000 in 20s and 50s. Asked for the number. She laughed in his face. You know, I don't really want to.
And she took the money. No,
I just want you to have.
No, see,
Bernice.
Thank God I ain't have to never go through none of that, man. Thank
For
God.
real.
Work on you. That's why I always tell work on
yourself. Yes.
Be the best version of yourself.
Have your business together.
The energy,
smell good.
Everything comes to you.
Yes.
I can't just imagine myself going to a strip club and giving bartenders $5,000.
Impossible. I don't even like alcohol that much.
I'm trying to rationalize it in my brain.
Some people, it's a lot of. What you think the simp to non-simp ratio is in America right now? Well, I'll say 80-20.
It's up there.
Minimum.
It's up there, especially on that level as far as like the street level type guys.
Yeah.
Like they going spending money. That's there. I just don't. I'm so out of that. I can't. It's hard for me to even
fathom.
Can't even.
But your world isn't everybody else's world. I be sending you some of the little topics I get from dude. Yo, what you think? My girl about to have a baby on me? Shit. I said, what? Boy, call it a day. Work on yourself,
please,
fellas. Game together, moisturize, exfoliate, smell good, get your bag, be able to fuck good. You had a lot less issues, yo. Y'all be going through it. $5,000 for a number, crazy. And then y'all be paying $2,000 for the number and get the wrong number.
I just don't understand why you would think that that's even something that because it's like if you have to pay to get somebody's number, why would you want their number? Because it's not genuine. It's not a genuine vibe, right? Like
thirsty as hell.
Just DM them on Instagram. If it doesn't work out, then just go to the next one.
Yeah.
Not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's ill-advised. It's bad financial decision.
For sure. But ladies, you can go catch a simp. Some of y'all need to go apply, be a star tender right now. Go ahead.
But the star tender was big back in the days, and it was a racial component to that too.
Yeah, you got to talk about it.
Yeah, it was a big racial component to that part of it, for sure.
Yeah.
What about this football player, Russell Okon? How you pronounce his last name? Okon?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with your enunciation of it. Yes.
The Bitcoin. He
played. He was talking shit on Twitter. Ooh.
Yeah, man. Oh, recently?
Yeah, he was going. Everyone told me I was wrong and I was a fool to invest in Bitcoin.
Yeah, because he put his salary $6.5 million in Bitcoin, and at that time Bitcoin had went down. So then it was like the 6.5 went to like 4 real quick, but now it's over 20 million. So a few people have actually.
Odell did it too, right?
Odell.
There was a few.
Yeah, there's a few people back then, like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So if they still holding,
you are up.
You are up. So what? Because even I think I remember Joe Button.
Yeah,
he was doing something.
Yeah, he got him like 26,000, I think.
So obviously, good decision for the young man to actually take his salary. Would you encourage people? As a financial topic, would you encourage people to take payments in Bitcoin going forward?
At the prices I call, yeah.
No, I mean like right now today.
No, at all-time high, no. I don't care even if you have the money to lose. I was telling this to Ish yesterday. All-time high, you can't do it because when it pulls back 15 to 20%, don't do it. But he bought it at a good time. Odell did. Please put this in chat. And I know we talked about this before, but buy things when they're at a low, not a high. It was so many of y'all hit me up yesterday. What do you think about? I'm like, I fucking told you what I thought. 20,000. Mike Novogratz was on the episode. 28,000. He said, great analysis. Y'all like, oh, he doesn't know because he's a Tether Luna shield. For all of y'all doing that, Mike has money. I'm talking real money. Sean said the other day, 10 million is the new 1 million. The billions the new 100 mil. So as soon as we start to get the bag, they even adjust what the fuck.
That's a fact.
I told y'all 3 years ago, Kyrie was concerned with what he was making when I sat down with him. I'm like, you down to make 32 a year. Why are you concerned? Okay, cool. Why? Inflation. Cost in the future. So any asset, Ethereum, Bitcoin, any asset you have to buy it at the right price. But the great lesson in here is how long he held it. Stop asking about month to month. And I'm gonna be real. If you don't want to put money away for 3 or 4 years, y'all be the main ones in Starlets and fucking King of Diamonds and Girl Collection blowing a bag with a chick who would never do nothing for you. I don't want to hear a whole 4-year period, 5-year period, or stay broke. That's my message. Hold it for 4 years or be broke.
That's my motto.
It is what it is. Some of you deserve to be rich. Some of y'all deserve to be broke.
I deserve to be broke.
For real.
The thing about, for sure. For sure. But yeah.
Every asset class is damn near got better since we started Market Mondays. Hold. I know you want short-term gain. Even all the traders that I know who have made their most amount of money was usually on swing trades, even if they day trade. Whether it was 3 months, a year, a 2-year leap, 5-year holding an asset, 5 years holding the media property, then selling it, 5 years and selling the IP. Bro, there's no short but you want to do a short flip because you want to flip something you find out in the motherfucking strip club or the mall or you was If you really had your shit together, she'll flip for you for nothing.
So how do we get through to people like Jay, he says some vital things. He's like, he didn't have enough money to invest in things that he really wanted. So I'm assuming that's like, he said like real estate, right? So he's thinking like 100,000, but he also said like, he go to a strip club, it's at least $2,000. Yeah. So how do we get this into the mind? Put 2,000 to 5,000 in stocks. How do we get sacrifice? How do we get that? How do we get them to understand that though? Because we've said it. We talked about dollar cost averaging. We talked about putting $300 a month into the stock market and then the compounding interest on that. Then if you do it cumulative and but obviously we haven't gotten through to everybody yet. So how do we crack? We need a new slogan. We need like buy Bitcoin and get bitches or something like that. Well, I got an idea. Go ahead. After this, we'll say off air. Gotcha. I have an idea. It's one of the things that I asked him about, but I have an idea. I have an idea. It came to me. But make the choice, fellas. Make the sacrifice. I know you want to be fly, and I keep saying it. And this clip always gets me a lot of pushback. A lot of y'all don't want to stay in the house for 3 or 4 years and sacrifice so you can be rich. You know, y'all get mad when I get talking about shit, but man, that season when Harden was on fire, Eric was there. I thank God I stayed to my plan though. You can make an NBA player salary just staying in the house for 4 years and put you. Well, you gotta have fun because you never know when God gonna take you. What if he gonna take you and all the inflation went up higher than a motherfucker? Now you can't. Like, I love the fact when my friends and family call me, yo, I need $6 grand because here, cash app it to you. Cool. Don't y'all text me because I'm not giving out nothing else. Let's just say done. Spiritu Santo. But it's a good feeling to be able to have to give. But what do I know? I can't wait to hear your idea though. Yeah, for sure. And then a chick with a $13,000 BBL will come and get 60 grand off of you. And then, yo, what do I do? What you think about Ethereum? Go call Dr. Miami. Yeah, I just don't understand this. The underpinnings of the amount of money that's still being spent. Like there's still thousands of dollars that's being spent on Balenciagas. There's still thousands of dollars that's being spent in strip club. There's still thousands of dollars that's being spent trying to court women that you don't even have, buying them bags. That's still happening. Crazy. Like, that's still happening to this day. And they're doing it with multiple women. To this day, that's still happening. And you don't have 300 for an index. Even like, no shout to him, but like, if Damon John made what Mike and Mary make, Damon John wouldn't have been able to get Mike and Mary off to us. Not at that price. Impossible. Shout out to Mike though. Shout out to Mike, man. All right. Well, speak about investments. Tomorrow at 9:00, we're gonna tell you how to invest in Ghana if you're interested in buying a home. Do something more intelligent with your money. Because save your money, eventually your money will save you. You gotta invest your money. That's the only way to make it out. If not, you're gonna be a slave to this society, never ending hamster wheel. Nobody eventually your legs gonna get tired of running. And that money gonna run out. Like if y'all thought DEI, you not affected by it, that's fine. Wait 2 or 3 more years after you're in office. Black entrepreneurs is gonna be tough. For sure. It is going to be tough. If that's your pathway forward. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, had a great show. I missed the leather jacket energy, but energy was amazing.
Reserve.
Nonetheless.
We gotta reserve it for
Yeah.
appropriate occasions. Appropriate occasions. But shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
Coming on.
You think Trump would be a better president than Biden? Let's wake it up.
Do I think he'll be a better president than Biden?
Yeah. Second time around. It's crazy for the market to be at an all-time high and you lose on the promise of a bad economy.
Because most people not even investing in the stock market. So it doesn't mean anything to them. Like even Bitcoin going crazy, but only 5% of the world
is investing in Bitcoin.
Investing in crypto. So the average American stock market, Bitcoin, that doesn't mean anything to them.
Don't mean anything. Yeah.
Inflation means more. The price of living means more. Wages, that means more. So
Do you think Biden was happy the morning after Trump won, knowing that they took the seat from him?
No, because they're going to erase everything that he did, and Trump is going to, talk about him every chance that he gets, and his whole legacy, like pull the rug from his whole legacy. So
yeah,
I don't think he's happy about this. But before we do leave, somebody had brought up, they said that they think that Biden should step down today because as president,
and like Kamala won.
Yeah, strategy being that make her even celebratory, make her the president of the United States just to fuck with Trump. Now she's the 47th president of the United States. He has an opportunity to make history. He'll be remembered forever because he'll be the person that ushered in the first female president of the United States. So it's a historical moment. He'll be tied to it forever. It'll really punch Trump in the side because now he's no longer the 47th president. He's the 48th president. So they got to change all his merch, all his MAGA and all of that. And it would just be one last thing to kind of leave as a legacy act. And it's an olive branch to her for kind of putting her in a tough position for trying to run a campaign in 100 days. Interesting.
Mistake.
You're not a fan of that?
I mean, I've never known a white man to give up his seat for a black woman.
Yeah, but like I said,
maybe Robert De Niro.
It's over, right? So it's not like it'll strictly be celebratory. She'll be president for 60 days, but she'll still be president.
What if Trump reaches out to her?
It's interesting.
It's interesting. It's interesting to say the least. I wonder what initiative she would pass if she did have, and she had more than 100, but she didn't have enough time. And one day we're going to talk about how there's a lot of infighting in the Democratic Party, but I got to call B613 to make sure I can get permission. I want my plane to get shot up the sky back to Houston. The agency, Council Horror, y'all just text me. Let me know. Can I? Or
please.
Yeah, I'm playing by the rules this year.
Please.
Yeah.
All right.
Crazy times. But she did look happy in her Howard regalia after the election to be done campaigning. And Democrats, when y'all gonna make another star? Because Gavin Newsom not it. Sorry. I don't know who told y'all. That's like no. He not the one. Judd Apatow, I appreciate you and everybody else in the circle, but no. Yeah, when Rashad get quiet, that's when I know. Time to wrap up. Crazy times, yo. Crazy times, man. If you go to war against the cartel, a lot of truth is going to get revealed, and I don't know if they want that.
Well,
we'll monitor the situation.
It's been real, ladies and gentlemen. You know how that go.
What do I know? And what can we do to get people to listen more? Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired of y'all messaging me after he won the election. We've been telling y'all last 2 years, and low key we told y'all what was gonna happen in the election too, but we had to, the Euro step a little bit out of support. We told you after we came back from the fucking White House shit. Yo,
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Oh my God. Had her hands tied behind her back going into a war. Crazy. With no support.
Crazy. All right.
All right, guys.
It's been real.